Hello all and welcome to our Crochet Designs. My name is Mary and I'm interrupting our usual programming to bring you a little secret. The crazy poppy lady who is one of our YouTube channels here on YouTube all the way over from the UK came to Melbourne, Australia, and I just had to meet her. We've been conversing a little bit secret, and we've been conversing a little bit. And when she said she was coming to Australia, I said, we have to meet. And you know what? She calls herself the crazy poppy lady, but out of the two of us, I'm kind of thinking I'm the craziest one. But we won't go there, will we, Angela? She's thinking, All right, so what did we do whilst the lovely Angela was here in Melbourne? Well, she did what she needed to do, and I will leave a link to what she talked about in her little video vlog in the description box down below, very first link you come to, and you can check out what she had to say about her trip to Melbourne, Australia. I wasn't the only reason she was here. She had other reasons to be here, and you can go and head over to her channel and check that out when you click on that very first link you see. But before you go, let me tell you exactly what she and I did here whilst we spent the day together on January the 18th of this year. Well, obviously the first thing we did was go to, now let me see, where would I take her? Let me see. Oh yeah, that's right, Bendigo Woolen Mills. For those of you who are joining us new, you won't know much about that, guys, but make sure you subscribe because this is the place to be. We do great tutorials and have lots of fun. And sometimes I meet up with other YouTube crafters like the lovely Angela, Crazy Poppy Lady. For those of you who already know me here at Well Crochet Designs, you would know that I'm a crazy for Bendigo Woolen Mills, cotton, wool, and whatever else they have there. Now, you can get more information on that through Angela's video. Now, if you wanted to check out Angela's video and some of the information, click on the link in the description box down below, the very first link you come to, and that will take you straight to her video of what sort of things she got up to while she was here in Australia. But for us, we spent the day, obviously, at Bendigo. Well, why not? Why wouldn't I take her there, right? So what did we get up to in Bendigo? I hear you ask. You know I went to Bendigo Woolen Mills, and in actual fact, whilst we were there at Bendigo, I purchased the yarn for our mystery blanket that we are currently in the process of doing. Now that's the start of it. That's part one. Now if you haven't done part one is the second link that you see in the description box or the more section down below. So part one is the second link you see. The first link is the link to Angela's trip that she made to Australia, but that's the second link right there. Okay, and that's the first colour I chose when I got to Bendigo, yeah? And the second colour was the grey. As you can see, I've been using them. The third colour was the green. The fourth colour was the yellow or whatever it's called, daffodil. And then I came home. I'm telling a lie. The fourth colour was the white. The grey I didn't purchase. I had this in stock already. So when I got home, I ended up adding an extra colour to it. To be fair, when we went to Bendigo Woolen Mills, I was really unsure of what kind of a blanket I was going to do. I knew the style, I knew the pattern, and I can't talk about that yet because it is a mystery. And you'll get the second part of that tutorial this Thursday coming. But I was there thinking I wasn't really sure of the colours and how many colours that I would use for the blanket. Now, for starters, just so that you know, if you're wanting to do the mystery blanket, you can do it all in one colour. The blanket actually looks very nice in the one colour too. Just heads up there, yeah? All right, so that's my purchase at Bendigo Woolen Mills. The other purchase I made, it's hiding behind here because I forgot to put it on the table before the video, was something that actually the crazy poppy lady, I should say Angela, picked up. Bendigo Woolen Mills don't often, well actually don't at all, sell acrylic yarn. But for some reason there was this particular yarn which was acrylic, still is acrylic, still is acrylic. It's called Tempo Heirloom 10 ply, which is an Aran weight. That's the brand name. I don't know if you can see that. Hope it's not blurring too much for you. And look at the colours of that. Check it out. It's got like purples, pinks, a bit of red in there. Not so much red, more purples and pinks. And there is a bit of dark purple on the colouring. When you go further in, you might see they're all pretty much the same on the inside. So it's really purples and pinks. And I believe Angela purchased the same colour, but she also purchased, I think it was a yellowy lemon colour. I can't remember. I think she did, yeah. So she purchased yarn for herself as well. So apparently she went all the way to Bendigo Wool and Mills, which is normally a wool shop, to purchase acrylic. Don't you love it? But yours truly doesn't usually purchase acrylic. I usually stick to the cotton and the wool. Occasionally like that, I will purchase acrylic. So there you go. But you know, when we finished up at Bendigo, we were in there a long time. She got to see the front of the shop and she got to go through the back area where I like to call it the factory area. It's not the factory area. I just like to call it that. It reminds me of when, you know, in the olden days when you walked, last week, when you walked into a massive factory and you just saw wall-to-wall boxes and they were like seconds or specials or that kind of things at the back. That's what that room was for. And just her eyes were like, oh my gosh, I don't know where to look. There's so much yarn. Where do I start from? But the whole of Bendigo Wool and Mills, she finds the only acrylic in the whole building. There you go. Anyway, don't you love it? Anyway, so that's what we did at Bendigo Wool and Mills. And straight after that, we went and ate lunch at... Well, I can't work out what place that was. I don't remember the name of it. So let's see what the next photo was like. What do you think happened there? Two heads got in the way of the name of the place where we went to eat. And do you think for the life of me I can remember the name of it? All I know was that it was a lovely place to eat. And you know, there are some things you eat and there are some things you shouldn't eat. On my driving to Bendigo, I picked up Crazy Poppy Lady. I don't know if anyone can hear us, but we might just...
I know. We'll see.
There we go. But Crazy Poppy Lady, thank you for joining us here today at Bendigo. It's a trip for me too, and I thank you very much.
Thank you for bringing me along. I'm really shocked. The place was lovely, and no, you all missed it.
And what have you got here?
Food! Feed the crazy!
Check out mine. Okay, just to my trainer. I'm not going to eat all of that with my trainers watching. She'll watch.
She'll feed it to me instead. I'll take one for the team.
You take one for the team?
I'll take one for the team.
Bye. What? To my personal trainer, I didn't eat half of that. I didn't even eat quarter of that. So heads up. And I'm trying to cover myself. And after all that, there was time for this. Ooh. Hello.
Hello.
What are you making then?
I've got a circle.
Oh, you've got a circle happening.
Yeah, hopefully.
Well, yeah, it's round.
Just about. Yeah, we're getting there.
So we've had lunch, and now it's just time for us to play with our hook and yarn. Bye all. So after all that, it was time to head back to Melbourne, and it was a good 2-hour trip home, and I don't know whether I could have handled the whole trip without having a coffee. So I said to Angela, let's go and have a coffee. We parked at one of the supermarkets there. We hopped out of the car. We walked around and around and around, and the coffee shops were all closed. Who knew they all close around 3 o'clock during the week? What? Not in Melbourne, they don't. They're open all the time. So anyway, there you go. So where did we go to get the coffee, I hear you ask? Let me see. A little bit silly. Well, excuse me. But Angela knew that I was losing the plot. I really needed a coffee before we got home. So what we did instead, I realised how late it was, and I said, Angela, look, I could head home and drop you off after dinner, or we can go back to my place, pick up my family, go out and eat tacos somewhere. And that's exactly what we did. We went went out and we had some tacos and things and whatever else have you. Now, again, to my personal trainer, I did not eat the whole thing. Heads up. I did have a little drink though. It might have been watered down. That's all I want to say. So that was the day. And then later that evening, the lovely Angela was happy to let us go. We drove her home. I think we got her home very late. I might have been 10:30. Look, I can't remember. We left early in the morning. I think it was about 8:39 or whatever it was. And we got home around 10 at night. So I'm pretty sure that if her name, Crazy Poppy Lady, meant that she should have been crazy, well, she would have been crazy after spending the day with me. That's all I want to say. And after all this, the lovely Crazy Poppy Lady, Angela, if you will, did not arrive in Australia to meet me empty-handed. Before she left the UK, she asked me, "What's your favourite yarn?" And I said, "Cotton. I like to use cotton." She goes, "Oh, that's nice." And that was the end of that. She came to Australia and she bought me some of her hand-dyed yarn. What? And so the name of the yarn is called, oh, I love it, Far Away with a Love Heart. No, I think the love heart she just put on there to be nice. It's a hand-dyed cotton from the lovely Crazy Poppy Lady. I hope you can see that. Gorgeous. And look at the colours in it. I'm going to open it up a little bit and show you. Some of my favourite colours are in there. The green is in the middle there. You've got some light blue. And she bought 2 skeins. And they are, and I'll tell you in a minute, 100% cotton, double knit, 8 ply or DK weight. It takes a 4mm hook. Having a feel of it, you could probably get away with a 4.5, but I will probably use a 4. I might even use a 4.5. Now I've got the 2 skeins. I think they're 100 grams. They're 100 grams, 200 meters or 218 yards. And that's 2 skeins. What am I going to make with this? I hear you ask. I don't know. But anyway, I'm thanking you very much, Angela, for your beautiful gift and for spending the day with the other crazy YouTuber here at Crochet Designs. Now, we did have a lot of fun. We did a lot of this, non-stop talking. She did some, I did some. I don't know which one was worse. We were both little motor mouths. Motor mouth. Well, that's what they call me, motor mouth, here in Australia. But I think I met my match, really. I think we both liked a good chat, which was great because the 2-hour trip to Bendigo, the 2-hour trip back, and the 1 hour between, all over the driving everywhere, we spent a good 3 to 5 hours in the car. So we really did need a lot to talk about. She got a chance to do a bit of crochet in the car, and that was using the yarn that we purchased just to show me, because I really wanted to know what it looked like worked up. Now, she actually shows that in the video that I've left in the link down below. She shows that little square that she played with when we were on the trip. So if you wanted to check out how that yarn's worked up, she has done that for us anyways, which is good. I haven't had a chance to work with it. I was going to. I started playing with it, and then I just put it down, and I really didn't get much time to work with it. I do have a lot on my plate at the moment, Angela, and I will get a chance to work with that. But more importantly, I will get a chance to work with this. And if you like, Angela, I will do a tutorial on the channel using your beautiful yarn, and I thank you very much. The gift you've given me, now I'm giving back to you and the other YouTubers, creating something beautiful on the channel with your yarn. So there you go. And that's pretty much it, guys. I didn't really want to do the video today, but I couldn't wait. I'd been holding this little secret for such a long time. Well, since January the 18th. What day are we on now? 29, 30? I don't know. What's my name? Ask me a harder question. And I've been harboring that little secret for such a long time now that I just couldn't wait till next week to get this video vlog out. Having said that, what I was supposed to do was upload a short on one of the stitches that you will see in our mystery blanket. That was supposed to go up today. Now, that's just a short showing you a practice of the stitch. So give you time to practice it until the part 2 of the pattern comes up this Thursday, and that one stitch will be in part 2, and that will be the only difficult stitch that you really will have to learn the rest of the pattern is rather basic. All right, so that's that. What can I say, guys? I thank you very much for watching, and a very special thank you for the lovely Crazy Poppy lady for spending the day with me, or putting up with me, if you will. And I will see everyone tomorrow on our live at 4 p.m. We have lives at 4 p.m. Wednesday afternoons and 10 a.m. Saturday mornings, Melbourne, Australia time. Marry that up with your country. I will see you then, and we'll catch you all soon. Bye. Oh, I love this. Such beautiful cotton. I cannot wait. What shall I